Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome to the 30 Days AI Challenge sponsored by Hills and Tech. My name is Beatrice. I'm the community manager here at Hills and Tech. And with me is our speaker for today, Stephen Ayanleke. You're all very much welcome. Hills and Tech is an ed tech education platform helping women transition into tech through no code means. So you're all welcome. The 30 Days AI Challenge is inspired by the International Women's Day. We made this challenge for all of you for 30 days, for 30 minutes each day, you get to learn practical AI tools that can help you improve your career, your business, and generally your daily productivity. So I thank you all so much for joining us for these few days. We are now on day 4. So well done to all of you that have followed up from day 1, day 2, day 3, and now we're on day 4. And we have an exciting topic for today. And for those of you that joined us yesterday for the Loom tool, I hope you remember your assignment. You're supposed to be able to record today's session by yourself and get the transcriptions. So if you have any questions during this session, please drop them in the comments and we'll address them. If you have any other comments, please drop them as well in the comment section. And after, you can always reach out to us on the community group. If you haven't joined, please join as well. Thank you all so much. And just to get into it, I'll hand over to our speaker for today, Stephen Ayanleke. Thank you very much and welcome. Over to you now.
All right. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. It's nice to have everyone here at this moment. Uh, so let's just, without much further ado, my name is Ayanleke Stephen. I'm a software engineer with over 6 years of professional experience in the field. I also teach vibe coding. You can call it AI coding to people that love to transition into tech to without writing code because obviously the world is advanced and you don't need to do all of the nitty gritty stuff. As we usually say as software developers, that software developers are one of the best researchers because we're always on the net, always trying to look for information and always trying to be like ahead so that we don't be stuck in the loop of how it had always been done. So here we have today we'll be speaking on vibe coding. Uh, can you all hear me? Like everywhere went silent. I don't know, Beatrice. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Okay,
you.
so
Yeah.
I'll just be explaining. Today we'll be looking at how artificial intelligence (AI) can help to write, understand code faster, and even if you're just starting your programming journey, probably traditionally learning how to code can be very very difficult because beginners often struggle with writing code from scratch, learning a particular language, not even knowing the language that is best suited for the market at the moment. Understanding error messages. I remember when we used to check, that was like some 4 or 5 years ago, we usually used Stack Overflow. But right now we use AI ourselves too. That's like a very great leap in our productivity. Some of them, sometimes, as new beginners, you always search through a handful of documents for hours trying to look for how to fix your code. But without much further ado, let's get into today's business. First off, I'll be showing some of the works I've actually done with AI, production applications that I've actually shipped that I think will be quite interesting, just to show what we currently have. So I'll be sharing my screen in some minutes. I'll be sharing my screen in some minutes. Beatrice, I think when I start sharing, I have to put me on
I'll do
stage.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I think Ian also asked that you put her on stage or something. She just sent me a message right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You can go ahead.
All right.
Okay, we can see your screen.
Okay.
Please comment if on the comment section if you can see the screen clearly.
Okay. I'm trying to wait for the response so that I know if we're actually communicating with
Yes, we can
others.
see the screen. We can proceed.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So first off, I'm just going to sign out of this so that I can start from scratch. So this is an application I created from scratch, like I earlier said, using AI. It didn't take me. I think it took me 3 days because I had the idea in my head. So it has both a light and dark theme. So this is the dark theme. So basically, this application is what I had in mind was to actually manage a choir body in terms of their directories, attendance to choir rehearsals, to manage their members, to manage their accounts too. Something off the paper and biro thing that usually occurs. That's less to see that I'm actually a choir member, obviously. So I decided to just build this solution. Building stuff is more about building a solution to a problem. You have a problem and you feel it needs to be fixed. You can also find a way to build solutions. So I decided to build this. I called it Coral Ledger. By the way, I used Lovable. So we have several um, vibe coding platforms, a handful of them actually. We have Base 64, Base 44, we have Lovable, we have Figma Make AI, and so many. We have Wix, a handful of them. We have Anthropic, Anthropic by Cloud, I think, which is one of like the the leading AI tools right now, especially because they now have like a code section where you tell it what to do, and it just builds your code like from scratch to the end. Uh, so this is like the dashboard. This interface you're seeing is actually in use. So we actually call it say it's in production. So this is the attendance for all choir members. This is for, I hope we're all
So
together though.
Stephen, can you zoom
Yes.
in a little bit?
Okay, I sure will. Is this better?
Just a little more. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so let me go to the members. You can see clearly see the members and their details. They can also add their pictures, uh, the choir officers. Then this is the attendance for each time rehearsals is being had for the choirs. Then people who are liable to rope for the choristers. We actually have rules that help to keep um the choir department sane. So I imputed those rules into the logic, and it is pretty easy with vibe coding. You don't have to worry yourself about the logic. All you have to do is just to understand English, just like I am speaking right now, and just type it in. Tell it as simple as ABC. Say, for everyone in this application, I want that for everyone that doesn't attend Tuesday rehearsals, they should not be able to rope on Sunday. That's all. That's just all you have to tell the vibe coding machine or the AI platform to write the code for you. Easy peasy, it just deploys it and you have it running. So this is for quiet use, for people that have we have a particular deal we pay. And this is for the account section. You can see the overview, the opening balance. All of this I didn't create myself. I just had to say it to Lovable, and it built everything for me. Everything. All of this, all of this, it just builds for you. Easy, without stress. All you just have to do is say the word, just like a magic word. Just say the word and you get it. Easy, easy, without stress. Yeah. So that's one. Let me quickly show another one uh, that I built for the media in my church. I'd also like to show um, a health platform where I currently work as the chief technological officer for the tech team, but it has non-disclosure agreements that have been signed, so I don't like to show it to the public yet. But these ones are still in beta testing. I also actually built this with just the vibe coding, so it has both light and dark mode. I really like to do the light and dark mode thing so that because I know everybody has preferences, and people either like to have a light mode or a dark mode. So this is actually what I don't know if everyone can see this. Is it really clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, so this is just like a presentation application where you can add a song while you're projecting in church. You can change the background, and you can also ask AI to generate a background for you. Say you have a song that talks about the Lord is the King of Israel. You can ask AI to generate the background for you. And depending on the speed of your network, it will generate one for you. It's just one of the many things that you can do with vibe coding. If you have an issue, you can always come here to build solutions. Can you see that? It just builds it for you. Gives you a very suitable background for whatever you're doing. You can also add videos to your streaming in church. It's a lot of work packed into it. You can have for the Bible, you can have let's say as I'm speaking, this is a smart suggestion I feature that I added. Say I'm sorry for the non-Christians, but for the Christians, oh sorry, it's already picking what I'm saying. So for the Christians, this is quite helpful. So if I say, "For God so loved the world," while the pastor is oh sorry, stop. So let me just give an instance. While the pastor is preaching, it picks whatever the pastor is trying to say, brings out context from it, and gives you suggested Bible verses with the match percentage of what has actually been said. I think that's pretty cool. So let me say, children are the heritage of God. Or let me say something like, for God to love the world. Can you see? Stop listening. Okay, so I can have this verse up here and I can just project it to the main screen without stressing. So the only thing the media has to do is just to sit in front of it and make sure that it's the correct verse that the pastor is referring to that is being projected. That's without hassle. You can always send it. So they don't have to always quickly have to search of a particular Bible verse that comes up. So enough said about things that I've built. I've also built several other stuff for wristwatch brands, cinematic brands, and the healthcare brand I spoke about for fintechs actually using a vibe coder. So today we are going to be you've seen what vibe coding can do, but today we're just going to be going through something that we can use the vibe coder to actually do. So I don't know if we are still active on the chat. I would like you to suggest something you think like a very small project you think we can actually just quickly do right now, right here, for everyone to see.
Okay, we'll be looking at the comment section. Please recommend a small project that we can do in class today.
Yes, I can see the chat and I can see somebody say like a pro presenter. Yes, like a pro presenter, exactly. But then you can also still work on it to make it way better than it currently is. Mm. So for now, uh maybe in the space of the class we'll be discussing other stuff. It's not only the vibe coder that does all the work. There are some external dependencies that the vibe coder will actually help you to get yourself. It's going to suggest it to you, and you, okay, I can see uh suggestions, a fashion store, a jewelry site to sell custom jewelry. So I can see that I can actually add those two together. If you have a fashion store, you can actually sell jewelries. I think.
There's also a comment for animation video.
Okay, sorry. So, yes. So for animation video, okay. If you want to build something, you need some. Do you mean something that has to do with Yoruba language to English? Yes, that could actually do text to speech. So the AI is going to write the code for you, but then there are some dependencies you might have to. That will be like in the course of the class. We'll be discussing that there are some dependencies that just makes it work faster. So say somebody has created. Uh, I'm trying to look for the best description. Somebody has created you. Okay, you want to create a car, and you know what you want to create in your mind. You want to make it better, but somebody like Toyota has created very good engines. You want to make your engine better. You easily just get what you need from Toyota and work on the parts that you're bringing into the market that's going to stand out for you. As much as we like to, that is called vibe coding, I think something that spurs you to be better at whatever you're doing is to see a long term in whatever you're doing, owning the product you're trying to build. It helps to expand your creativity. It helps to expand how you see the product you're trying to build. It helps you integrate solutions in the real sense of it, and not just something just abstract in your head that you just want to just build for plain sake. I don't know if you understand me. So it just helps to expand your creativity, and it makes you build something quite authentic. Whatever is going to sell in the market today has to be something authentic. As much as it solves a problem, it also has to be very, very authentic. Yes, all of this, a webinar automation tool, all of this can be built using a vibe coder expressly. You just have to wait for it to be done and you just test it out. You don't have to write any code. So let's pick one that won't take much of a time. Uh, let's do the fashion store jewelry site. Yeah, I think that was like
Okay.
the first one. Okay, so um, so let's do it on base 64. But do I have? Let me see if I have. Give me a minute. Let me see if I have spare um credit here. Oh, I have a lot. Okay, so let's create something. You can see some of the projects I've created, but that's not what we are here for. Let's try to create something ourselves. So let me
Okay.
go back.
Okay. Could we zoom
Uh
in a little bit more?
yeah, sure. I sure will. Okay. I hope you can all see my screen clearly there.
Yes.
So here you can actually, this is lovable. It's one of the it's not my favorite, but it's one of the favorite I use. It's quite consistent in writing code and pushing code to deployment. Also, it uses its own cloud as a database. You don't have to stress yourself with all of that nitty gritty. All you want is your product, yeah? So let's vibe code. So from the comments, we have um okay, I can see something Comfort David just said. Cost of purchase, sale amount, and my gain on weekly basis. I want to see my dashboard of sales. That's one of the easiest things. As a matter of fact, vibe coding helps you to build things that you want to your taste. So you can actually build something that works only for your business. I don't know if you understand me. Something that works solely for your business. Like the other stuffs I built, they were solely for my church. We actually have an issue in the choir because we actually misplaced some of our scripts. Some people lie about attendance and all. And I decided to build a solution solely for that is tailored for the church. So you can actually build something that is tailored for what you need it for, and not just something random that somebody just builds that the person feels can work for everyone. So let's do this. Uh,
Okay.
yes, you want to say
So
something?
yes, I'm going to add your screen back to stage now. I would read out the comments to you so that you don't need to keep switching your screen.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So somebody said a jewelry site. Okay, so let's say build a landing page for a fashion store that also sells male and female jewelries, both custom made. I hope everybody can see the prompt. I hope everyone can see the prompt though.
Yes, I can see the prompt.
Okay. So I can just add something to make it more, to make it better, and say make sure the site is modern, not cliche. Just type it as it comes to your head, um with cinematic backgrounds and readable texts. Also add an admin page for me to be able to add products. Make the site Can we all see this?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so I just click enter, then I chill. So all you just have to do is just wait out for it. While this is building, let's quickly check. I think okay, sorry, a quick one. A site to monitor cases in a law firm. Okay, so let's use another base 44 to do that very quickly in minutes. While so it already gave it a name, Glimmer and Grace Boutique. Can you see that? Which we can always change whenever we feel like. We did not give it a name actually, so it just did that for us. So while we wait for that, let's build something here. So build a site for me to monitor cases in a law in my law firm. Make it modern. Make it modern, futuristic. So I think it will ask me to log in. Yeah, I know. I know. It's their way.
I've got a question on
Yes, please
the
go on.
comment section. Can we add pictures of the products with
Definitely.
price by
Yes,
Festus?
definitely. Yes, completely. So if you see, when I was writing my prompt, I said also add an admin page for me to be able to add products. Did you see that? So yes, you can.
Okay, I've got another question by
Yes, please
Mary
go on.
Jane. What's your
Yeah.
favorite vibe coding platform?
I like to use Figma Make, but it is quite expensive. I
Okay.
like Figma Make because Figma has a whole lot of data when it comes to designs. Because naturally, everybody knows when Figma came into the market, they were more of it was more like a design platforms for uh, UI UX designers, basically. It was more like their canvas where they design stuff, they share the link with the team, everybody can see, you can generate a prototype. Then it also allows collaborators. So that is what is usually given to the engineers to build with, especially the front end engineers, so they can actually build to standard of a particular product. So it has like data when it comes to design, how design actually looks like for several things. So when you use Figma Make, it has so much designs in its head, and it will give you something very, very nice, like something modern, something, I don't want to use the word Gen Z like, but something quite futuristic. And it has a very good way of balancing both. Uh for the tab, for phones, for iPhone, for Android. And you can also export your code from Figma Make into your VS Code. ChatGPT can tell you how to do all of that, and you just so
Okay. Your screen isn't showing anymore. Could you please present again?
okay. Can you see it now?
Yes, yes, I can. I can see Figma loading.
Oh yeah, so I'm just trying to show something I did for Figma. Mm,
Okay.
I created, I think that was last year, the beginning of last year. I started working on an application for the choir, where if you walk into the church, and the church basically, if you walk into the church and for some very reason you do not come with your Bible or your hymnal, you can get to see your Bible and your email and just log onto it, you know. So I got a notification that this is ready. So we are going to refresh. Oh, what's that? Is it my network? I doubt. Give me a minute. Okay. So can everybody see this though?
Yes, we can.
So this is just what we just built now. Coming. I don't know why it did not add pictures. Oh, because I said I was going to add pictures myself. Can you see that? Can you see?
Oh, yes, we can.
So these are for custom, just just what you want. Well, however you want it.
Wow.
So let me just ask it to add testimonials to the page for me, to the page for me, and add photos for all products. Make the price of the product be in naira. Also add the light theme to it for me. Make the font of I hope you can all see what I just did right now.
Yes, we can.
So let's come back to this. So we asked it to a law firm to track cases. Can you see?
Okay, could we zoom in a little bit more? Okay. Okay. I have comments asking what's the name of this app
This
you
is
are
base. This is base 44. This is
space
base
for.
44. Mhm.
Okay, just to confirm, it is base 44 and not base 64, correct?
No, base 44. Sorry.
Base 44, okay. Hello Festus, it's base 44.
So I'm waiting for this to finish so that we can wrap up on this very quickly. Um, so for this piece 44, you can see all of this.
Okay, I have a question from Teniola. Please,
Okay.
what is vibe coding? Is it a coding used on these AI apps? Sorry, from someone from on a non-technical background.
Yes, yes. So vibe coding is more like the AI, the vibe coder making use, writing the code for you in background, and all you have to do is just to type in your words and tell it what to do. The words that you type in are called prompts. It's just like you prompting ChatGPT to do something for you. But this is more like uh telling it to build, telling a specific application to build something for you from scratch to finish. So you just have to type in your words. Like you see, everything I did here was just typing my words, which we call a prompt. Build a landing page for me for a fashion store that sells male and female jewelries, both custom and normal fashion items. Make sure the site is modern, not cliche, with cinematic background and readable text. Also add an admin page for me to be able to add product. Make the site aesthetically pleasing. Then I spoke to it again and said, add testimonials to the page. It's just more like a conversation. You don't have to write any code, any code whatsoever. You don't have to write it. All you have to do is just, so let me close this sidebar. Let me refresh, and then I have my changes. Remember, I said you should add more products to it and make sure they are in Naira. Can you see that? Just like that. Just like that. Then I also asked it to give me a light background. You can see. Just like that. I don't have to stress. I think I prefer the dark background myself. So I asked it to add testimonials. Can you see? Ada is a Konko, Chinedu Eze, Folake Adeyemi. Those people never exist. I don't even know them. But I asked my vibe coder to build it for me and give me words that they never said. So you can actually do this for a client without breaking a sweat. Easy. And this is for the person that's talked about uh building a platform for a lot of things. We go into this, and that's what we'll be learning, like in the class, how to make this from just this stage to
Yeah.
something very solid that that's actually usable, that is to be in production for day-to-day use, where it's not just something that somebody's just playing with, somebody just does it for hobby and just leaves it. We want to build real life products that actually serve, that work from end to end. So
Okay. Um,
yeah.
there's a question from Mary Jane. Coach, is your version paid or free?
So currently I'm on the free version, but
Okay.
trust me, the free version. So these are some of the things we're going to learn in class. If you know how to properly use the free version, you'll be able to build something very nice. I know we are, at least a handful of us are Nigerians, and we don't have that much money to like pay for um the premium version. The premium versions
Yeah.
are not cheap, you know. But if you put in your prompts correctly, uh, we'll be teaching how to make sure your prompts are, are well structured, so that by the time you type it in, within the very little time or space or the amount of prompt you can actually give a vibe coder, it is able to produce something for you that can work, that can work from end to end. before your free trial elapses. But then, if you are boxed up and you have so much money, because these vibe coders are not free anyways, uh even with that, even at that, you will still have to learn how to make sure that your prompts are not scattered all over the places, so that you don't have to keep saying the same thing over and over again to the vibe coding machine. But then in class, we are going to speak on how to make your prompts better, so that you don't have to repeat yourself over and over again to get stuff done. Yes. For all the cases I showed you, for all the applications I built for my church, I think I built like 4 or 5 applications. I built one for the youth team. I built a very massive one for the media team. I built for the choir. Then we are going to have like an election in church, and I think I can quickly show that. Let me just quickly show that. I called it Church Decides. Yeah. So I built that too, from start to finish, and I was on the free version. So if you know how to properly watch your your prompt, you can definitely build something from start to finish. So you can actually see. I don't know if everyone can see this though, or do I have
Yes,
to
we can.
zoom in? Okay, so while I was staging this app, I showed that this is for everybody gets to see the candidates they want. You can click on the candidate to show the candidate. Can you see that?
Oh, wow.
You can see this. But I am more in love with dark modes. I don't know. Sorry. It's just my preference. Yes. So then it has like the next page. So by the time you go to the platform when it's time to vote, you just come to this, cast your vote, and it goes. Then it reloads for the next person. Easy peasy from start to finish. And I used a free version. As a matter of fact, it also has an admin platform. I added an admin side to it so that I can actually monitor votes or how it's been done.
Oh, interesting.
So here's a preview to be able to see how it's going to look like for the client when they look at it. The client there, I mean church members, you know.
Okay.
So then I can close the voting. Once I close the voting, nobody can vote anymore. Then for some reason, if I'm not around and I have like trusted people in the media team, I can actually add them as admins too, but I'm still the super admin, and I can
Mm,
monitor every device that that logs into the application, so that I don't have
okay.
any strange device. And then I also did something to put it a restriction location. So you have to be in the church area. You have to be in the within the church GPS to be able to vote. You cannot be outside the church premise to vote. I think that is pretty interesting. So if I
Yeah,
toggle this on, if you have to vote, if you are not within the church premise, it will not record your vote. It won't.
interesting.
So it's just, and I built this with the free version. So it's
Okay.
just about you knowing how to put your prompts together, having a picture of your product in your head from start to finish, mapping it out, and you get a very good result. And now I can go back to being a normal person. And if you notice, I had to click on chart decides 5 times for it to be able to bring out this panel,
To bring, okay.
because it was hidden so that nobody knows where the admin is.
Where is this? Okay.
Yes, so it's just
And
so.
there are questions about making the site live, publishing the site. Mary Jane asks, did you have to do any backend coding for it to go
Nope,
live?
at all. So that's a very good thing about the vibe coder. It ships for you free. All you just have to do is know what to do in the vibe coding machine. You publish it. You set your environment variables, which are pretty straightforward. You don't have to do You don't have to even know how to code. It's just going to ask you basic questions on what you want to do, and that's pretty much it. You just do the right things, which we're going to be learning in the class, and your application, your site, whatever it is that you're building with the Vibe Coder is up and running for users all over the world to use it.
Oh, amazing.
Mhm.
Amazing. Okay, have one more question. As a data analyst, how do I use vibe coding, or is it just for creating sites?
No, as a data analyst, as a matter of fact, I worked with yesterday. I still had a student where we were working on one of his assessments in class on data analysis. He's doing his masters in data analysis, and we had to fix some of the assessments that he was asked to do, and we did it with the help of AI. Although they said they were going to look at it with some AI tools to be sure that I did not use AI, but then we build AI platforms, so we definitely know how to work around them. So is you can definitely build it. You can build anything you have in mind. And when I mean anything, I mean anything. As long as it does not have to do with hardware. It cannot build a house for you. It cannot build a computer for you. It cannot build an iPhone 17 Pro Max for you, you know. But then if it has to do with something that has to do with software, anything that has to do with software, it will do it for you effortlessly. Yeah.
Okay, our time is far spent, so I'm going to take one more comment and then we'll round up. Bunmi Archer says, "This is so interesting. Can one use this instead of a Google Docs document that now has too many categories?"
I'd like to understand that. When you say too many categories, I'd like to understand that what you mean for
Okay,
better context so that I can properly like reply to
okay.
this, please.
Bumi, could you please give us more context on that question? Could you please give us more context on that question? Well, it has been an amazing, amazing time. Thank you so much. I can see a lot of wows in the comment section. Everybody was like, wow, this looks so interesting. This is so good. Okay. And Bumi says the document is a survey that now has gone crazy. Mm, okay. Bumi,
So
could you
this
please
can one use this
give more
instead of a
question?
Google Docs document? Than I have so
Yeah.
many categories. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. But if you have like a particular problem that you would like to fix that Google document is not fixing for you, then your vibe coder can actually do it for you effortlessly because you're building to your test. You know the problem you have and you know the solution you need to it. All you have to do, yes, yes, you just have to tell it. Just have to tell it. Just tell it, say it in plain words, and it's going to build it for you. You don't have to cram variables. It's going to write all of the variables in the code for you, and you just have to. You will just all you have to do is just type in your words, and you're definitely going to see the the finished work on your screen when it's done. You don't need variables. You don't need even for Google Docs and Google Excel document workbooks, you notice that now they are integrating AI into it because AI is like the future. So whatever problem you have, a vibe coder is there to build it for you. It's just that there are some projects that are not quite linear, which your free trial is not going to help you with. You would definitely need to pay for it. Say you're building something like Instagram. Instagram is quite complex. You know, it's the social media app that has to do with sockets where people send messages, people send reels to each other, people comment. people sign in, people sign out, people can have multiple accounts. That is not a linear project, but then you can build it. It is not unbuildable. You can build it. It's just that your free trial might not be able to help you to do that. But then if you get something starting, I believe you would like to finish it. But for basic products like all we have mentioned here, for all we have mentioned here, I'm pretty much sure that your free trial can actually do this for you from start to finish, from beginning to production ready.
Yes. And Promise Bello asks a very, very important question. How private and secure is it?
It's quite very private and it's secure. So your free trial gives you, they don't also want to lose their company, definitely. So they know that if you'll be suing them for infringement of privacy rights, they'll be paying you in dollars. And I mean millions of dollars. And a platform such as that is very private. As a matter of fact, they're even going to ask you questions if you want to share some things with them, and to be left for you to say yes or no. Just like our mobile phones, it will ask you for permissions to do some things. Just like when I was trying to join this platform to share my screen, it was asking if I wanted to use my mic or my webcam. So it's going to ask you questions if you want to share any of your data with them. But if you decide not to, that's fine. They will not use any of it because they don't have access to it. So it's private and it's secured. As a matter of fact, you can, but this is not in free trial, where you set up, you give your site a domain name. Yeah, if you have like a domain name, you can input your domain name to it, and everything routes to your domain. So whenever you share your link, it routes to your domain. They don't have anything to do with it. And if you're not convenient with their DB, you want to have ac- access to your own DB too. You can actually type it in, and it will ask you to provide tokens. If you are going to like access an external platform, you will not be supplying your email or password for it. It will be giving you secure link tokens. So you'll be adding your token to it, which can only be decrypted by the receiving end. Say you are using MongoDB as your server, is going to the only MongoDB can decrypt it, and not any other third party app like the vibe coder that you'll be using. So it's pretty much secure and private. Yes.
Okay. All right. Oh, thank you so much for that. Our time is fast spent, so we are just going to round off right now. Thank you to everybody who has joined in for today's session. I know we all had a great time. I can see people who are already building stuff as we were in class. Shout out to Mary Jane. I look forward to seeing what you have built on the WhatsApp community group. Please go ahead and share and post it. Also, remember your assignment from yesterday for those of us who joined the Loom class. And if you are interested and want to learn so much more, because what we learned today is just scratching the surface, there's so much more to vibe coding. So please reach out to me on the WhatsApp group. We have a vibe coding course right now with Hills and Tech, and you get to learn so much more. And shout out to Tales by Me too. Um, Please send me a DM to register for our ongoing vibe coding course on the WhatsApp group and community. Thank you all so, so much. And we look forward to everything that you have built so far in the following days, all the tools that we've learned. Please practice. The goal of this challenge is for you to practice, 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 practice daily. Just a little bit counts every single day. And thank you all for tuning in. And thank you so much, Stephen. The
Yeah, you're
comments
welcome.
in the comment section says thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you
You're
for the
welcome.
very explanatory session.
Thank you
And
so
I
much for
look forward.
joining.
Thank you. I look forward to all of you joining us tomorrow as well for day 5. Please go ahead and drop your everything you've created on the WhatsApp group. Thank you so much, everybody. Do enjoy the rest of your evening. Goodbye, everybody.